Good morning all, hope you're doing well. So obviously we still got the delay in the COT data and the COT data Telegram channel, which I recommend that you join. He's basically saying is that because there's a considerable delay, he's saying that he's unable to provide any new information, and he's decided to wait for the release of the latest COT reports before resuming his posts. But the thing is, from my perspective, is that although it's late and we are going to get a catch up on the data, well, we might as well still look at it. We might as well still look at the COT data, albeit it's late. Okay, so that's my thinking. What I'll do is attach the link to this Telegram channel on this YouTube channel, and then you can join. So here's his website as well. But I can understand why he doesn't want to produce the data because it's old. But from my view, it's better than nothing. So that being said, everything that we see on here is obviously delayed, and we will get a catch up on the data mid-March. Okay, so it will catch up on itself. Now we've got to note that the Euro FX pumped against its USD. Okay, so obviously that was the buy, and that was around parity. So that was obviously a really good entry, if you called it. Let's look at yen. And okay, so we were negative, and we are more negative than the week prior, minus 29 from 20. So it's a substantial decline there. So this adds to the sort of the bearish view of the yen. So yeah, they're both in descent there. So there wouldn't be a UJ trade there, for example. The dollar is stronger than the yen. You can see the difference there. We'll take euro off. We'll look at Aussie. Aussie is slightly stronger than the yen, so it's an AJ long, but we have to remember this data is quite old now, and so that's the crossover there for an AJ long, back when it was valid, a couple of weeks ago. Pound. Lots of good data from the pound recently, so that's sort of maybe it was like a foreshadow. Maybe they predicted that the UK data wouldn't be as bad as feared, so they decided to buy the pound. 21 to 14. So obviously another move like that, we might go into positive. Note that we did nearly go to positive, and then boom, like that, 3 times. You could probably even argue head and shoulders there, actually. So what happens when we get to zero will be very, very interesting. Whether or not they just think, no, we'll sell it. And they might dump it at the zero line, which you can clearly see 3 tests there. So a couple of weeks, we'll have to wait and see for the pound. Might be like a rocky couple of weeks, potentially. CAD. Well, they're both in decline, CAD and yen. So 33 to 30, so from even. So it's a little bit more of a decline than the week prior. And note that the USD is stronger than the CAD. There's a substantial difference there. And gold, I guess. Yes, okay, so this is fine. This is what I thought would happen, because we just went in one straight line, and that would be unusual. And so we had to see a retracement in order for the next leg. So things can't go in straight lines, so it'd be nice if they did, and then we could probably make a lot of money on the trading. But unfortunately, it's the retracements that can catch you off guard. Is that going to be a genuine retracement, or is it just going to be like a dead cat bounce higher? I have to remember that the US yields were pumping a lot as well all last week. So although this is old data, this might be legit, so you've got to be careful. Okay, supports down here, potential support here. So we had a decline of 160, 128, fairly substantial. You have to remember this is old data, like I say though. Gold, and then we'll look at Kiwi, NU potential setup for a long, New Zealand dollar versus the USD. But we have to wait for the crossover. So next week, or so I say this Friday, is going to be really interesting. And so it's quite a leap. 4,000 contracts long on the New Zealand dollar, and we've broken out this really annoying chop. And if you remember from last week, then that could be a support. See how we had resistance. See, so we might be getting a Kiwi USD long signal, which would be really interesting. And then lastly, Swiss franc and sideways chop. So just before I wrap up, remember that we've got this new feature that Kristen's designed, so we can look at individual pairs, and obviously you can see the dollar. We are softening slightly on the USD, and some pairs, some currencies are strengthening against the USD. So that's that. So it's a really good page, this one. I don't know how to scroll left after do this one, I guess. And that's that. So have a great day. Remember, the data is old, and the guy here, he's saying it's not really worth doing, but in my view it is, because it's better than nothing. So just have to remember that this data is from February 10th, so it is pretty old, and then we will catch up mid-March there, but back to normal mid-March. So have a great day. I'll speak to you guys soon.